What a do, what a do, what a do. How y'all doing? It's your boy Astro coming at you today. Another beautiful and awesome conversation. All right. I just love talking to you guys. You know, y'all are my family. I just love talking to you. But when you see me, talk about relationships, I know some of you think that this clip out. Some of you think that, yeah, who does man think he is? Talking about relationships. La 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 la. Bugger Ray Ray Ray. He can never understand la la la. Bugger Ray Ray Ray. I want you to understand this. It just baffles me. It makes me smile, I saw somebody post the other day. They were mentioning about how, talking about what they said. I can't remember what they was talking about. All I know is they was talking about stuff like, yeah, they were talking about how they're tired of seeing these conversations about relationship dynamics. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, if we don't focus on relationship with each other, then what the hell are we focusing on? You get what I'm getting from? Like, I don't understand it. So the reason why I study astrology, it's like understand the human mind, why we operate the way we operate. You understand what I'm saying? All right. That's the reason why. When I was 16 years old, I was with a girlfriend. I had a girlfriend at the age of 16. And you know what happened with me and her? Like, we were in a relationship together for until I was 18 years old. So when I was 16, she was 14. We were teenagers, 2 years old, 3 years younger. And that's because as a 16-year-old, I had the mind of a 13-year-old. Because that's how, boys, we mature slower than girls. So, when she was 16, I was 17 going on 18, I graduated. And she was in the 12th grade, And she was walking her people's away, we were in a relationship, okay? I'm talking about I love her, she loves me, that sort of thing. It was that kind of relationship. And, our parents was cool with it. Her mom loved me. She said, this boy is a nice boy, And we were together for 2 years. And 2 years, I did not touch her. I practiced celibacy for 2 years with this girl. That's right. From the age of 16 to the age of 18, no punta, no sex, no nothing. None of that at all. Had no kind of, fingering or none of that. She did none of that with me, that is. And we were together for 2 years, so I was in the church then, And let me tell you something, okay? I love the heck out of that girl. You feel me? I love that a lot. Her name was Shakara. I could say her name because y'all don't know who she is. She was my, my younger years. And it's funny how I didn't think about this before I made this post. Before I made the adorer and the adored. And we'd go to church together. We'd go to youth meeting together. We'd hold hands. Her mom would draw both of us to the youth meeting. I'd catch a ride with her and everything. I think I told this story years ago, maybe about 2021, 22. I'll tell it again because this is very, very important to what I'm going to talk about. So, for 2 years, everybody thinking, we good, we excellent. We going in church, we holding hands, la la la, booger, ray. You know what I mean? People just love us looking because we were both light skinned, we were both, good looking. I think I'm okay looking, good looking. And she was good looking too, to me, to my understanding. I thought so. when I measure up now, I'll give her a good 3, 4. I was just so blind with love. So anyway, so what, my brother would come to me because this is important to the conversation of the adored and the adorer. So my brother will come to me and say, "Yo, Michi," because that's my nickname here in the Bahamas, Michi. Hey, yo, Michi, bro, your girl, she be walking with this dude, bro, and she just walk. They be holding hands. She just have her backpack on his back. They be holding hands, going to the ghetto. And so I approached her about it. It's my brother. It's my blood brother, by the way. I approached her about it. I say, listen, my brother Toriano said to you, I know, I shouldn't have done it. The emotions was running wild. I was young, in love, sort of thing, She said, who? That boy? He's in grade 11. I'm in grade 12. What I'm gonna do with a boy like that? So I brushed it off. I was like, yeah, you're right. And I went to my brother. I told him. I said, no, bro, that's just a young dude she helping out homework with. So he said, helping out homework with, huh? All right. Show you something. So maybe about 3 weeks passed, and he said, bro, this ain't no homework. She came out the boy house. He was at the door, and he tongue kissed this girl. I was there, bro. One of my brethren was right there, and I was there too, smoking some weed. That's what he was saying. And I was like, really? And I approached her again. She said, no, your brother was mistaken. That's no. Why? It's like it's the same guy. So anyway, what happened is, her birthday was coming up, maybe 2 months after, and she invited her best friend, it's a female, and her best friend cousin, who happens to be a guy. I walked in the house because I gave him my presents, what have you, and lo and behold, there was this dark-skinned guy. His name was, he introduced himself as Kevin, and our best friend Shatira introduced, yeah, that's my cousin. This is my, and he's like, yeah, we shake. So I was like, yeah, man. So the basketball game was on. I sat beside him. I said, you a Laker fan? He's like, yeah, I'm a Laker fan. Yeah. And every time Kobe Bryant scored, we were like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Pow, give it a high five. Yeah. I was wondering why she'd look like she's looking. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So anyway, because we was cool. I was like, yeah, man, Kevin, it's good to see you, man. Thank you. I left. And a week passed, we had to go to youth meeting again. I was holding hands. Her mom would always drop us to the youth meeting. And whilst we were going, she said, Michi, I have something to tell you. All right. But I can wait until after youth meeting. So I said, okay, all right, no problem. We sit down, we right next to each other, youth meeting. The youth minister just talking, and we just talking about different subjects, and we are playing games with each other and what have you, everybody. So it was time to go. And when it's time to go, I was in the car with her and her mom, and we were heading home. And she tapped me and said, babe, I have something to tell you. In this relationship, there's a hole. And Kevin, just fill this hole. So me being profound, I was like, because I have no sex. I don't know what that means. It's been 2 years. I don't know what it means. She said, okay. I say, what? I don't get it. She said, okay. In our relationship, there is a hole. And Kevin just fill this hole. Just like that. And I was like, so it took me about maybe a minute and a half of my mouth like this to register what she said. And when I registered what she said to me, all of the Christianity came out. That came out. I don't know what else. The other side came on and said, stop this motherfucking car right now, Miss Claire. I need to get the fuck up out of here because I don't believe this bitch. I don't believe this. And I'm talking about, listen to me here. You hear me? I want to see your light-skinned, cheating ass no more in life. Get the. And I was trying to get out the car while she was driving. And Miss Kelly was like, calm down, Michi, calm down, calm down. And I'm like, what? Calm down. I'm gonna open this. Give me this guy. All right, and I'm opening up the door. I'm trying to tuck and roll out this car in a highway. She's like, hold on now, hold on. Don't do that. Oh Lord Jesus, Jesus. I say, Jesus? Yeah, what your daughter just said? Ain't no Jesus in this girl. Get me out of this car right now. You hear me? I want out now. I'm talking about, I'm trying to open up the door. She said, okay. She pulled it on the side. And she's like, Shakara's like, yeah, say nothing. I was like, yeah, bitch. I want to say it to you a long time. It's funny, I can laugh about it now. It was funny because I walked all the way home crying like a baby. Crying like a baby. I walked about 5-6 miles. Just crying like a kid. Because basically I was just I've been gone 2 years without having sex. I had people who came on to me who was like in my school who wanted me to just bang, bang, bang because I was the only boy in the class. I was holding out for this girl. Thinking that, yeah, this is what's happening, you know? So, you know, push come to shove, I just needed answers. So maybe 2 days after that, I called her. I said, listen, I just want to know, like, why would you do that to me? She said to me, you're just too nice. You're just, you know, I needed me somebody who, look, that's what she said. I needed somebody who, you know, was a little more manly, a little bit more strong. You know, you were giving off mummy boy, the mama's boy energy. She told me I was too nice. And that set me off on going back and not just studying my chart itself, because I was still studying astrology even though I was in church. And I went on to study like synastry. So if she didn't break my heart, if she didn't do all that, I wouldn't be right here in front of you right now. All right. I wouldn't be right here talking like I would talk now. However, there is a message in that I want to share with you. The reason why I shared my experience with you as a male. You see, every day, at first, when we first started talking, she admired how I looked. She admired my smartness. All right. She admired me being, you know, top of my class. In the neighborhood, everybody liked me. You know, I was a very nice guy. All right. You know, and I was like, okay, all right, you know. But I started to love her more than I loved myself. I started to like look up. I like, so what are we doing today? What do you want to? I depended on her to lead to some degree. I depended on her to like, what are we doing next? Like, I just want to know what's the next step. She wanted me to lead. She wanted me to be the one to initiate, to start, to do this, to drive. I did not know at that point in time that that's, you know, I saw my dad do it. I know I didn't have yeah, my uncles did it. My uncles were the same way. So I was like, okay. And I didn't apply that same energy because I was so googly eyed. And in essence, I became the adorer. Okay. I was the one adoring her and not the other way around. And, you know, one of the principles of being in a relationship that we want to experience is to be with the person that we adore and love. You know, we want to love the person that we desire. We want to love that person that we, you know, that we love, that we want to be with. All right. It's easier to some degree. to, and it's two different things. You either, you know, you're either loving the person that you want to be with, or you're with the person that loves you. And most of the times, a man could stay and stay in a relationship if he is the one that is being adored more. He could also do being the adored. However, a female energy is not really hardwired to. They want to feel the fulfillment of loving the one that they want to love, and not just loving the person that they are with. I didn't learn this lesson until I was older. It wasn't just me. It's just something that we as men, as people, not only that, people have learned experience would come into. There's a guy called Orion. He put it very, very plainly, the same way that I came up with the same idea, the concept. That now, I'm not saying that it's not possible for the man to love the woman more. It is always, as you can see. I did it. But where did it land me? Where does it land men who do that, who love their partner, or I should say adore, not even love, adore their partner, or googly eye over their partner more than their partner googly eyes over them, meaning the woman not being. And that's a sort of a virtue for a woman, is to feel that energy of, I just love this man so much. Ah, I just want to love that guy. You know what I mean? But that's just how it is. You understand? That's just how it is. And I didn't understand this concept. I didn't understand that women, majority of women, not all, majority of women, all right, majority of women, not all, would rather experience being with who they love, and not just love the one, or be with the person that love them more. They'd rather be the one that's expressing the love. All right. I didn't understand this. And I know you may not understand the concept until you have a man that's laying up in your house that doesn't pay any bills, that's looking up to you to find out the direction that you are going to go in. He's coming to you every morning. Baby, what is there to do next? What is there to what are we gonna do? You see, you're genetically modified and hardwired to look up to this person to lead the way. And I know it's true. I know the most masculine set of women who are on this live or who are on my Facebook or my YouTube will beg to differ. And that's because you a whole nigga. That's right. You are a whole nigga. And that's the reason why. Only reason why is because you're a man and you want equal rights because you feel like a man trapped in a woman's body. This is correct. Okay. Now, for the more traditional feminine women, there is a desire to be to pour that love into this particular person. And even though we have that same feeling, because we want to do the same thing, men want to do the exact same thing as women. However, the role of the adorer can be best fitted with a woman. Okay. Because the adored, or the one being adored or being googly eyed about, will not feel comfortable for some apparent reason, even physically. Majority of women want a man that's stronger than her, taller than her, more competent than her, more emotionally intelligent than her, more financially stable than her. All right, all these things are things that are higher than what she is, which means that she wants to look up at that man. You see, a man, majority of men don't want a woman right here. We don't want this woman, all woman taller than us. Even in heels, it feels uncomfortable for your woman to be taller than you, even in heels. It's just something that's not really pleasurable. Okay. All right. It's just something that's not very pleasurable for a man to be able to look up. And I know you got someone will be like, listen, I don't mind chopping down some trees. I'm not talking about sex, because majority of men will have sex with anybody. And most women can't understand that, because you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm so beautiful. What do you do? This woman. It don't matter. Sex to men is like playing basketball or playing football or watching the Super Bowl on television. But for a male, we can take from here down. That means that we can look down at and lift up that woman that's lower, that's physically weaker, weaker, less financially stable, less emotionally stable. It is how we are hardwired. Okay. In that scenario where what I experienced, I put this girl on a pedestal. As a matter of fact, she was the same height as me. So when she put on heels, she was taller than me. I didn't fit the criteria of being the strong, more financially stable, because I was a teenager, just getting out of school. So that wasn't nothing to look up to. And the young man, even though he's taller, he was a drug dealer. He made money. He had a gun. He provided protection and provision. He was able to maintain and sustain. Okay. And that was something to look up to. That was something for her, like, oh, okay, this is more than what my light-skinned boyfriend can provide for me. Even though he provide time and attention, even though he's up in my face and he would rub my feet or do anything that I ask him to do. That was not enough, for the reason of the adored and the adorer. And a lot of you may refute this. All right. All right. A lot of you may refute this, and that's okay. And maybe you're more masculine. Just maybe you're more masculine than you thought. I know some of you guys, some of you ladies would refute that, but this is just how it is. So in the because I've made a post on Facebook, and when we were talking about it, the lady, I don't want to call her name because she's just a troll, probably on my YouTube right now watching. But the conversation was about equal rights or so and so. I also mentioned to because I know someone will be like, well, if a man could cheat, why can't a woman do the same thing? If he's going to do this and then I'm going to do that. And I'm like, we are not hardwired the same way. We are not. I pee standing up. You pee sitting down. We're not physically, mentally, emotionally made the same way. Most men, if you go and do a retaliation, and that man ever find out that you slept with another person, even if he slept with 100, I can assure you that he is going to leave you. That's because, one, first and foremost, men are not as emotionally competent as a woman. We're not. It's the reason why most men are the victims of suicide. It's because there are certain things that some men just can't take, and that some women can. All right. That's just how it is. We're just not wired the same way. Period. So you going as a woman going and sleeping or having revenge sex, you better keep that to yourself. Because if that man ever finds out, he's either going to leave or he's going to stay and plot his leaving. He is going to now search for the one that he think was the ideal woman that he searched for and he thought was you. So we cannot do the same things. We're not modified the same way. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, genetically, we're not. And when I see the equal thing, and if he do this, then I'm going to do that. If you so and so, then I'm going to do this. I'm telling you, we're not wired the same way. You will end up finding yourself, especially if you're doing this in your 30s, 40s. The sexual marketplace, the relationship marketplace decreases as your age go. Now, some people get really, really, really like lucky and find a diamond in the rough. And you end up being with a person, but small and strong possibility. Sorry, you know, there's a small possibility that you may end up just going through cycles of men or fuckboys in your life. It just is. You are going to end up with 3, 5 months relationship, 7 months relationship, and that's because you are a waiting place for that guy. Okay, I'm just giving you spitting facts. Now, if that guy is very honest with himself and honest with what he desires, then that's a difference. But I'm telling you, all right. And if most of the guys, like I said, in that moment in time when I was the nice guy, she really wanted to articulate that I was the adorer and she was the adored, which would have been something that I would not have understood until I became a grown man and studied human beings, studied relationships, did these things. Okay. Keishan. So if you guys want to have a conversation, if somebody wants to come on my live, I could go in my inbox. You could tell me, you send a message, and I will send the link for you to join, and we could have a conversation about it. Let's talk, because I like the conversation about it, because I feel like our dating world, our relationship world is going to shits. I feel like we don't understand each other. We're getting further and further when the things is right in front of us to see. And because the majority of my followers are women, I speak to you from a man perspective. I cannot speak to you from a woman perspective. I will not champion with you to tell you how to do this to a guy, because you have so much great examples. Your grandmother, your mother, who some of these people around that tell you what you could get from a guy. You got people like Sprinkle, who can give you information about like what you can do in order to maximize your dividends in a relationship, making your relationship more transactional than an emotional connection, which I think is still, even though it serves its purpose, it serves its purpose for younger souls. But for you more mature souls and old souls who are following this trend of transactionalization in a relationship, I'm telling you that you are leading yourself down a path that's going to leave you alone, lonely, and feeling miserable. Okay. If you are hardwired for partnership, and there are people there in this world that you could partner with and be with, and you will find it extremely hard because of things that you've been taught or told or seen on television, it doesn't make any sense. You see, nowadays, songs that have women on it that sing on it. Tells you about getting that bag from that man and eating this, letting him eat this box, and I'm gonna scroll with my Fendi bag all the way down to my Ferrari car. Like there's so much using of people, and even with the men, there are men who speak about, yes, she's the man, it's just a shift. This it's just, and I feel as if these conversations need to be more. Some of y'all are tired of it because you're probably the one who don't want to make any changes. You don't want to change yourself. You want the idea that this sort of thing is out in public to disappear, because you want to keep it deep down on the inside of you. Okay, you want it to be deep down inside of you, and you're probably a part of the reason. You're probably a part of the problem, and I would say that needs to change. I'm going to take a look at some of the people who probably sent a message just to see who wants to have a conversation with Astro. All right. And for those who understand where I'm coming from, you get what I'm saying. I know you understand what I'm trying to say. You understand that man and woman do not think alike. We don't experience things alike. Okay. That's just how it is. All right. So what's up, y'all? What's up? Be about to do some Ask Astro. I just wanted to have that conversation with you. I like talking about relation before, so we can, And for those who don't know, if you didn't know, and I know people are like, well, Astro, I want to, like I tell people, I was a matchmaker. I just put it down for a little bit, It ain't like I stopped it completely, but you know what I mean? And let's just say that. And I showed my class that I was doing this for a while. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I share with you, like 2-minute video how I looked, and I started in 2005, but I uploaded this video in 2014, I think. Yeah, 2014. So let me share with you my old YouTube. Let's see if I can share this thing that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you when I first launched my video, my YouTube of matchmaking. Hi, my name is Demetrio Brown, founder of Stardates, the first Bahamian speed dating based upon astrology in the Bahamas. What we do here at Stardates is quite unique to anything that's done anywhere in the world. Speed dating is done and found throughout the whole world, in Europe, in America, and Africa, and Australia. But what we do here in the Bahamas at Stardates is we base speed dating on astrology. Stardates partners with Icon Bahamas, a nail salon and beauty salon in the Bahamas. Also with BAM, Bahamas Artist Movement. And trying to bring relationships. Oh, pause. So listen, I just want to share this with you. This guy and this lady, they ended up married. Artist Movement. Same guy here. And trying to bring relationships. Also, these two couples ended up married. They just divorced a year ago. She had a baby for him, and that was years ago. Together, especially people that are single.
and relationships of people that are married, what we want to do is we want to make sure that the love element is never far from it. I notice that people suffer from depression because of relationships that are broken, whether it be from family members, friends, or loved ones. Relationships are the core of depression, and Stardust is here to help fix that. We're here to make sure that relationships, marriages last a lifetime. We have thousands and thousands of single people in the Bahamas, throughout the world, that is, that are looking for that loved one, that somebody that will just touch their heart and just love them unconditionally. Here at Stardates, we help to foster that by showing the weaknesses and the strength of that person. Now it's up to free will and you to give Stardates a chance.
All right. As you can see, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So when I speak about these things, I don't speak because all of a sudden I got this sudden issue with relationships and he just got some. No, no. Okay. I've been doing this. I've been doing the understanding of relationships with people. So this is nothing. When I speak to you, I speak from experience. I speak from a sense of passion, not a disgruntled one, but one that has in my mind that we could be better as sexes, as men and women. You know? All right. Well, with with all this conversation, I just want to thank y'all for just tuning in and listen to me have my conversations because they be conversation. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. I know some people will be like, Asher, you got something up. I'd be like, you're right. I got something up because I want you to understand. I want you to see where the conversation is leading. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. For all who've been, oh, I gotta show I gotta show respect to the S people. All right. Just appreciate you guys. Without you, I don't know how I would, make it. Hey, Spirit Moon, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank y'all, everybody in the green. Jerry Muhammad, I appreciate y'all. And like I said, I'm going to do my best to make sure that whenever you guys, make a comment, put y'all up there because y'all take care of me. Hey, Sierra. Hey, what's going on? All righty. So, yeah, you finally caught it live. So we're gonna do some Ask Astros, as you know. What you can do is there's a cash app associated with that doing a natal chart reading with me. You do 3 questions. You may have any questions that you want. I'm also going to be doing a poll next. What's it? Sorry. I'm going to be doing a poll on when is it? Sunday? Yeah, I'm going to be doing a poll on Sunday. And that poll is to figure out which of the 52 states that you want Astro to be in. That's right. It's about time that Astro goes back to the United States of America. That's right. It's been a long time coming. But I know change gonna come. All right, so I'm gonna be doing a poll, putting up all 52 states. And if you got peoples, if you got friends inside your state, just share the link with them, and we're gonna see which of the states that we're gonna be coming to. And I say we, I mean me. I'll be coming in, uh, you know, solo. Because you guys, I miss you guys. I know you guys miss me. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a poll. And when this poll, just share it to your friends and associates. We want to make sure that we are in the states to maximize time and energy and resources. All right. It's not cheap going from one state to the next, to the next, to the next. It takes money. And going to a place where one or two persons, or maybe even three persons, just want to passive aggression. It's not you know, yeah, it's not lucrative for me and my company. So Monday, look forward to it. I'm going to share the polls on my YouTube. I'm going to share it on my Facebook. I'm going to share it on my Instagram. And you guys are going to share it out to your friends so that they can vote. The vote is going to be up for 5 days. That's right, a whole 5 days. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to see how it goes from there. All right. So here we have the Ask Astro. I think we have two people. Keisha, can you remind me exactly the people? All right. I have to do this. And you let me know exactly who those people are. And then if you want to do a 3-card, I mean, a 3-question astrology reading, you can send your cash app to Astro Einstein. That's $20 to Astro Einstein, and send me to my Facebook, Leslie Demetria Brown, your date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, your real government name now, and your 3 questions. And then we will take it from there. All right, Jay. Okay. All right. So let's see. Yes, we're having the Ask Astro right now. So if you're open and ready and willing. Yeah, so we're going to take the time out. I think the rest of this year, I probably will be, not the rest of it, because I still got to, go different places, like, back to Thailand and back to the Bahamas. But majority of the time, I'm going to be touring the United States of America. It's going to be a fun time. Been taking a rest just so, can be appreciated. So if you have sent your cash, and if you haven't, it's okay. We'll just call it a quick day. That was quick. Tamia. So Tamia? Oh, Mia Williams, 24. Remember now, it's $20 for those 3 questions. So Tamia, you got to send me your 3 questions so I could be able to. Okay, there you go. I see you, Tamia. Now I see you have, how will my child's father case end? Let me try to pull up your chart. I think I already got your information here someplace. All right, we have your chart. Let me put up the screen. And voila. So your three questions are: how will my child's father case end? Two, when will we finally fix things? And three, when should I leave my job? Y'all be coming at me with it. Okay. Y'all be really coming at me with it. I mean, and it'll be good to know your child's father's date of birth, time, birth, and place of birth. The best thing I could do is the derivative houses. You want to know about his court case, your children's father. All right. So with this chart, this is your natal chart, and I think we just did your secondary progress chart. Hasn't changed much. It's only the 24th of March, so that's not too far away. Now, the child is normally represented by. First of all, let's have a conversation. I wish you were able to talk because I need to know. I need to know which child is this? Is this your first child, your second child, your third child? These informations are very important. Okay. Information is very important. So I need to know all of the details. And if you don't have the time of birth of the partner, I can't really answer that question. I can't put this chart. Time is very important. And you only give me the day and the month. There's no year. Do you not know how old he is? So, like I said, Mia, you can just we can just look at, and I need to know real quick the if this is your first, second, third child's father. Okay, all right. So that means that the first child is represented by the fifth house. That would mean that the fifth house will now become the ascendant. And one, two, three, four. Sorry. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Just making sure I get this right now. One, two, three. So the 10th house, across from this, would be this house here. 11, 12, 1. Okay, so that would be this house here. 10th house from the ascendant will be the house of the father. That would be this house here. And that's Aries. And let's take a look at Aries and where your Mars is at in this chart. And your Mars is in Aquarius in the second house. Now, to tell you the truth, freedom, but Mars is about aggression, conflict. When the ruler of the derivative 10th house of the fifth house is in Aries, and it's the south node there, and Mars is in Aquarius, I, this man is going to have to fight. But like I said, Aquarius normally represents freedom. I don't know what the case is or what's going on with him, but it seems substantial. There's a possibility of him, you know, having freedom, not being held down. However, Mars in the second house is Taurus, which represents longevity. So there's Mars, but the Sun is not comfortable in Aquarius. It's actually in detriment. So that means that there could be possibly whatever he's charged with or whatever that is, the case he may be going through. It may not be looking too good for him. However, if he fights with a very stable lawyer and with finances, if the community come together, because Aquarius rules community, there's a strong possibility, or who he's connected to, strong possibility that he can win his case. Okay. And then you say the case is involving you. Yeah. Well, that's a tough one to really see. If it's involving you, you need to be transparent. I wish you wasn't at work so we could have this conversation about it. Because it's not looking not like it's both not in his favor, but also if it's put effort into it, if somebody helps and says, you know what, I am going to help with this situation, or groups of people say I'm going to help with this situation, then he can win. The next question: when will we finally fix things? I think somebody's trying to call me. When will we finally fix things? Hmm. Let me look at it. Okay. So your chart, based upon this, when will we finally fix things? And that would be connected to your fifth house. Fifth house has Gemini on it. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Your Mercury is in Capricorn, is conjunct Uranus, Neptune, and is in the 12th house. I'm sorry to say, but that doesn't seem like it's going to happen. This is definitely karmic. It's definitely past life related. This is something that's deeply rooted. This needs psychological, this needs a therapist, and a therapist that's not necessarily just on the surface of action or the how should I put it, the personality. This is something that's deeply rooted within you. Looking at your chart, you have, the fifth house, which represents like romantic partner, has the IC on it. This is Psyche. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Your Mercury is conjunct Neptune, the planet of illusion, of spirituality, of psychic ability, of intuition, of dreams, but also of escapisms, drugs, alcohol. It also connected to prisons, asylums, and hospitals, and past lives. I had to look to see what the ruler is. The Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and your Saturn is in Pisces in the second house. And it sounds funny, but the only thing that could save you guys, there isn't no right or wrong answer with that. According to this chart, y'all two need strict discipline in order for that to happen. There also needs to be a all right, you also need to be how should I put it? The illusion between your relationship, the lies and you know the deceptions need to be placed right in front to be talked about based upon your chart. Last question. Uh, when should I leave my job? All right, we're back to the chart again, and your MC is conjunct Pluto, but it's at 0 degrees right here, and your Pluto is at 2 degrees, and that's normally an indication of like wanting to change the the career. And I see between now and anytime soon, actually, that's a conjunction of 2 degree two orbs. Once this hit like 54 minutes, this 10 turns 54. That's two orbs. It gets stronger, and it seems as if that could be anytime soon. Anytime soon, you could make a change in your career. There's no set time, but based upon this, it is soon to come. All right, and that's what I see here. That's the best that I can see based upon the answers to your questions is that anytime soon, this is literally right here showing that you have the free will, but you could take your time anytime soon. With your progress chart having Pisces on the second house with Venus there and Saturn, focusing on your spirituality, on your gifts, your talents, your skills, and being diligent about it. And with Bacchus here, the same asteroid right here, it's conjunct your Saturn and conjunct your Venus and Pisces. You need to, stay diligent, stay in a strong routine of developing your gifts. And that's what I see based upon this. Even the ruler of Sagittarius is in the 12th house of spirituality, past lives, and so and so. And it's in Capricorn, which rules business. And then Capricorn ruled by Saturn right here, which is in Pisces, which tells me that you need strict spiritual discipline. And anytime soon, you can, you know, focus on that. All right. Thank you for choosing me to help guide you in this lifetime. I truly appreciate you. I see there's a Nikita Groves. You've sent a portion of for your reading. Just waiting for the other portion, and we should be good. Uh, yeah. So that's that. All right. Oh, I see. I see it. Moon Glow 44. Oh, you say you don't have three questions. Okay. All right. Yeah, you did say you only have one question. You're like, okay, I'm gonna make this as I mean, that was smart. You have, let me put up your chart. I think I have your chart someplace. So give me a second. I'm gonna share your chart and let's take a look at it. And can a what does it look like as it relates to my relationship and family? Let me see, because I think I have your progress chart there. We just looked at the chart the other day. That's two. That's two questions, by the way. Relationship and family is either relationships or it's family. So we're gonna focus on the relationship part. That's what we can do. Um, are you married, uh, Nikita? Are you married? Is what I'm asking. And you could comment in the YouTube. You could comment on there so we can, have a live conversation. You see what I'm saying? Are you in a relationship now? Okay. Are you happy? Are you happy? Oh, give me a second. Can you guys hear me now? All right. Can you guys hear me? If you can, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Excellent. So, like I was saying to you guys, like I was saying to you, is that because you're hearing the message, is looking at your chart, you're now in your progress chart a Pisces rising. And that means that you have Virgo on your seventh house of marriage, long term commitment. And most of the times when this happens, you can become a nitpicker at your relationship, pointing out small things that you need to perfect in order for you to be great at your relationship. You need not to do that. You need to just let it be. I see that your sun is in Virgo, is conjunct your south node, is conjunct your descendant. At this point in time, you're going to go through a very, very great time of your relationship as your sun is conjunct your descendant. Allow for it to be. Do not criticize. Do not overthink. Do not analyze. Do not critique. There is a strong energy of wanting and needing to perfect your marriage or long term relationship once that has happened. You're going to need to just chill with it. And then your Chiron, which is the ruler of your seventh house, is in Cancer in the fifth house. And that means that you can, try not to be such a baby, meaning don't be so dramatic. And in Cancer, that normally represents wanting your partner to intuit what you desire or what you want. Not saying that you not nitpick and don't nitpick at all, just in a very sweet way, express what you need and need to be nurtured with. But do not nitpick at your relationship. It's showing that you're going to go through a period of just happiness and bliss because your Venus is going to come into contact with your Juno in the next maybe close to 9 months to a year. And this would be great. Then your Chiron, it will be conjunct your sun moon midpoint. Clear indication that you're going to feel comfortable. Right now, no stressing. All right. I don't want to hear you ask about your marriage or your relationship again until next year. Right. So thank you for choosing me to help guide you in this lifetime. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. You guys are always the best. I am now done with my because I'm an hour in. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon. It's been a pleasure. I love you guys. I actually hope you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Y'all just know that the role that you play in your relationship is not something that's forced upon you. It was something that you were born with. It was something that you chose before you came here. It doesn't make you a slave to it. It makes you a king or a queen to it. All right? You could have been anywhere. You choose to be in with me. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day.